Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back. Mackenzie here with a 55 Royal Lancer. Very cool car. It's officially brisk here in Michigan. We're dressed appropriately. We're gonna go see if the heat works, how it drives, and let you know all the details about this. The 50s were a really cool time for just about everything, but especially cars. The design on this thing is really, really neat. I can't think of many other domestics to compare it to. It has a little bit of a European inspiration, this front grille, I think, but definitely that American heartbeat. Of course, this big old car has a V8. Let's show how we access that. There's one release here and a second just under that. This is our 270 cubic inch V8. This is an early Hemi, so it's got hemispherical heads on it. There's a lot of potential sitting here. I've seen a number of these tuned up pretty good. This one, however, is still in that stock form. We know this motor has been rebuilt. This car has actually been in our possession for maybe pushing 20 years now. But a good unit, it is equipped with power steering. This thing just is like riding on a cloud. We'll seal it up for you here. I love all the badging, I love all this bright work, and the pink, black, and white two-tone. It's like a Neapolitan ice cream sandwich. The nice white wall, the good-looking center cap. Door gaps on this big body are phenomenal. Looks very sharp. This car is equipped with dual mirrors as well. Trim all around here. Keep some dirt and debris out of our lock cylinder. The V8 badge in gold, very appropriate. After all, this car is royal. Good looking set of tail lamps. I like the white paint coming out back here as well. It's pretty slick. But it looks like an original dealer tag way back here. I will get you inside of this trunk. There's a lock cylinder here, and then you just push this button in. And just like that, underside of this deck lid looks great. Looks like there's some factory insulation in there. All these rails around our quarters here, very nice. The seal is good, nice and soft. We do have a full-size spare and a jack and lug wrench just beyond there. Good looking mat. This is clean. A lot of room, a lot of room. Slick little fuel door flushed in here. They were doing some tricky things back then. We have a big back window in this car. I don't see any scratches. This thing's in really nice shape. It's huge. The package tray looks good. The top of the rear seat looks good. This car has been well kept. Obviously it's been completely restored, but the seals are nice and plush everywhere. I like that. And then our bright work, again, good detail. Gaps over here look very nice. I know this is a big car and we're only looking at, one spot of it at a time, but all in all, the paint is laid on this car very flat. It's not wavy, it's straight, the gaps look good, and the color keeps growing on me. This is really sharp. Very slick inside of here. Two-tone interior. If you notice, kind of like your Chevy Bel Airs, this has the drip rail that flips up as you pop in the door. That was cool. Door cards, not much to them. A little bit of chrome trim, polished up door release and window crank. Seals all in here look good. The seat itself, this big bench is in great shape. I like the combination of fabric here, kind of keep you held in your seat, and you can still slide in and out too. We have an absolutely massive steering wheel. This thing's very cool. No pitting anywhere on this polished piece here. I don't see cracking in the steering wheel either. That's impressive. We actually have a good bit of gauges. We have an amp meter, we have a fuel gauge, a speedo going up to 120 miles an hour. Notice the font for the gauges there. I think that is neat with the tiny little zero. Oil pressure gauge and coolant temp. Not bad, not bad. And your ashtray. Ever seen one like that before? Some other nice bright work pieces down here. We have air wiper controls, a cigarette lighter. Well, what do you know? The dice are showing 55. All right, so we're gonna reveal a 1955 Dodge owner's manual, flare fashioned, alive with beauty. I agree. Open cowl vent for fresh air heat. That's pretty cool. I think that sticker has been there since 1955. That is slick. Out back we see the same beautiful interior. This is in great shape as well. I don't see any tears anywhere. Color is very consistent throughout. As I mentioned earlier, the package tray up there looks good. Seal is all tight around that window. We have a real slick headliner in here out of a vinyl material. Looks to be tight everywhere. I'm pretty excited to get behind the wheel of this Hemi here. Well, we are happy we have power steering in this big old boat. This is the Red Ram engine under the hood. There's, I think it's 170 horsepower it was making. Nothing compared to what the Hemis are doing today, but it is solid. It is solid, and they were quite proud of it in 55. And now as we're getting acquainted in here, I'm noting that all of the gauges appear to be working. Oil pressure looks good. Coolant temp is warming up, and we're kind of riding right in the middle there. I like that. Fuel gauge is working, and our amp meter shows this generator is charging. All right. Now, one neat thing, it took me a moment when I hopped in here. Look at the gear selector in this automatic 55. We have reverse, neutral, drive, in a low gear. Pretty simple to use, but you notice there's no park, as this car is equipped with a parking brake, which is right down here, and that is working good too. We have a heater core in this car and some fresh air vents. The blower motor control is just down on the left-hand side, and if you listen closely, this is what it was like commuting in 55. Good gas guzzling V8, couple of tons of American steel, all in a slick pink curvy package. I'm with it. Speedo shows we're doing about 40 miles an hour and climbing. Steering wheel feels stable. Alignment appears to be pretty good. And the tires don't have any flat spots in them. We're now up at 60 miles an hour. Now, of course, this has a steering box, a worm gear, so there's just a little bit of play in the steering, but nothing that feels out of the norm. Pretty standard for your classic car that's not equipped with a rack and pinion. This thing is very fresh. Even the carpets are looking like the couches at Grandma's house. Thank you guys for making it to the end. We appreciate you checking out our YouTube channel over here. If you want to see this car on our website, if you want to see the underbody pictures, close-ups of inside and out, there'll be a link right down in the description. If you scroll just a little bit down, click that, it'll take you over to LaFontaineClassicCars.com. Get the details, get the history. This one has been with us for probably pushing 2 decades now, so we know a lot about it. And feel free to call at any time. That's 248-714-2110. When you dial that in the phone, one of us over here would be happy to tell you how we can finance it, ship it, help you arrange an inspection, you name it. And lastly, like, subscribe if you like what you saw and want to see more of it. Thank you guys. We'll see you later.